4-1
Well,
in
whose fault
Atlanta.
is that?
Bring it on. Want some, get some. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, I am a pirate. You have to go with the pirates because, of course, they have cannons and everything. It's a pirate's life.
David, timed out. We're not live.
Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're a pirate.
It is a first down. Pirates.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. When you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
I think I've ever been in a building as loud as that was. It was deafening in there.
Whoever Omaha, I can promise you that. And a triple all night long in Eastern North Carolina.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
My heart is purple and gold. I'm a pirate down of my soul, and I don't back down, not at all. Find out when the cannons explode.
All right, welcome into Extra Innings.
Dave, I don't think we're live.
Yes,
It says we are.
Oh, on my end, it says ended.
No, I don't know what's going on, but we're live. Welcome into the Sports Objective Extra Innings, as we've been here for a little bit talking backstage, and we'll be talking on a few things that we're talking about that later on. But first of all, let me bring in, ladies and gentlemen, he is Mr. Granger Stadium. It's Kyle from LaGrange Barber. How are you?
Mr. Granger Stadium. I know. I don't know about all that, but what's going on, Dave? Good show last night for Tracy Bird. Crowd could have been better, but good show.
No doubt, and hopefully we've got people pouring in now, so hopefully our crowd tonight is good, and I'm going to bring in Stevie Fly. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? I didn't get to see Tracy Bird last night, so I don't know. I heard it was pretty sick.
Well, yeah, I heard that you did the I heard all there in Virginia you did the watermelon crawl.
No,
No.
I don't do too many watermelon crawls anymore. I'm too old for that.
All right. They hurt more, right? They Alan, they hurt more than they used to.
You got that right. You got that right for sure. But a great weekend. Had a fun weekend. Great night last night with the Super Grit 50th reunion, 50th anniversary show. We had a lot of folks in Grifton and had a great night.
Did Don Cox sing all over town?
He did. Yes, he did.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yep, and he closed with Jackson Brown's Loadout Stay, and there was not a dry eye. And I'm telling you, Clyde got up and did Carolina by the Sea, and it was a special night. It really was.
Yeah. So I just seen all that screenshot on what I'm seeing on my end. It's ended.
I saw it, Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not losing
weird.
my mind. It looks like we're not live on my end.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
I wonder if everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Like,
I can hear you.
I know y'all
I hear you
can.
fine. I hear you.
I'm talking
good,
about our
Kyle.
listeners.
Yeah,
You
somebody
hear us,
comment.
they can hear you.
Well, not necessarily. They can hear y'all without hearing me.
JR, what's up, brother? We'll bring him
What's
in.
happening, fellas? Hey, Kyle, I heard that Colt Ford has never been better than he was last night. Is that true?
Yes, that's exactly right. You didn't have. Look, I'm disappointed.
He played his greatest hit last night, didn't he?
I'm disappointed that he wasn't there for the people that wanted to see him, and that the Bird Dogs didn't get to deliver what they promised.
Well,
I don't think that's a good look, but not their fault. But I don't think it's, so from that aspect, I'm disappointed. But I didn't care about seeing him. I was going to see Tracy Bird. The opening act, Tim Jones, was good. It's a good night. I wish it would have been a better turnout. Because I want to see them be successful and things they do be successful, and the more things they do like that that are successful, the more likely they are to continue to do things like that. They had a lot of success with Aaron Tiffin and Sammy Kershaw last night, and I don't think was the ticket sales they wanted. I will say this: with Colt Ford not being there, I guess they saved some money. So maybe they broke even. I don't know.
But they didn't have the pleasure of Justin Butts attending because he's like, that's a deal breaker for him. He's still pouting about it.
If he would have won, he would have enjoyed it. Tim Jones played for an hour. Tracy played for close to 2. So I didn't miss Colt Ford one bit.
You didn't?
So,
I thought
he missed you though.
Yeah, good.
He's writing a new song about the agony of the foot.
Hey, the agony of the foot. There you go. But no,
That must be spreading because my daughter went to see Billy Strings this weekend. Went Friday and Saturday night, and apparently Saturday night when he
this is her
left.
18th time seeing Billy Strings.
Yeah, she's getting up there really. He goes backstage after the regular set's done, and apparently he's got a skateboard backstage, and something happened backstage that they never came back for the encore. They just turned the lights on and music, and found out this morning that he had broke his ankle on his skateboard backstage before the encore. So him and Colt Ford are like ankle buddies now, I guess.
What, did he just accidentally step on it, or was he doing like an ollie in between the
He must have been doing stunts.
He was doing an ollie. Maybe he went to do an ollie before the encore.
He must have good insurance because I don't know too many insurance companies that would like a skateboard backstage.
Exactly. I don't know, but it was.
Hey, could you have the next year? You can have Billy Strings and Colt Ford, and you can have the broken ankle and foot tour.
There is a combination nobody's ever asked for.
No.
Colt Ford and anybody?
Exactly. Well, I guess Jason Aldean and Billy Currington. Not Billy Currington. Help me out, guys. Brantley Gilbert.
God, hold on. My gag reflex just kicked in for a second there.
No, because Alan has good taste in country music.
So Brantley Gilbert, him and Colt Ford have done a couple of duets.
Yes, if you want to call it that. Yes.
Yeah, we want to call it that.
That's why, I was having this discussion with Stevie the other day that I've noticed something about when we discuss things here that outside of JR and Stevie with rock music, I don't think Alan and Dave look for much like new music. You guys are very knowledgeable and know a lot of music. I don't know how much new music you get into. But I think like a lot of the country I like that's out now, that's the independent stuff that people I won't name because I don't want anybody to take shots. I think Alan would like a lot of it. From Cody Jinks to the guy I won't name to Turnpike Troubadours. I'm gonna send you some stuff.
But I like
I do.
We gotta win this race.
Some of that, yeah. And I like some new stuff. I like Zach Top.
Nah, Zach Top's good. I'm gonna send you some stuff, Alan, that I bet you're gonna love.
The twangier, the better, baby.
I'm gonna send you some stuff. I got some stuff for you. I got some stuff for you.
All right, sounds good. I always look forward to your stuff.
Waylon and Willie.
Oh.
I don't
Flip that one.
I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't even know what to make of that.
I was just gonna wait and see what reaction I was gonna get.
I'm not sure which one to give you.
That's what she said.
Oh boy. Hey.
She said I'm not sure which one to give you.
Yeah. By the way,
let's problems then.
Robert Matthews is breathing a sigh of relief tonight.
I figured JR had already escorted him to jail.
Whoa. Is he? There you go. There's Robert.
How's Grady Linehan?
He knew. Robert knew I was kidding.
How are you,
Robert? Are you in cuffs right now?
He actually is. He's actually streaming our show from jail.
No,
believe it.
We carried that bit as far as we can. It's time to release Robert from any attachment.
We didn't even really do a bit with it. It was more like, what the hell? Why would
that was all JR?
Yeah, exactly.
Robert and I have already talked it out. We're good.
All right. He's asking how's Grady Linehan. He got stitches apparently Friday night. And I know that he was back with the team on the bench yesterday. Apparently, Cliff said that the team was extremely happy to have their teammate back. That is all I know from that. I don't know how long. Cliff never tells you how long they're going to be out, but I don't know how long, guys.
I spoke to a player's father yesterday, and I asked him that question, and I told him I would keep him anonymous, although I don't even know if he cares if I were to name him or not. But he said that he fully expects Grady to be in the starting in center field this weekend. Doesn't know about Tuesday, probably not. Maybe, probably not. But definitely this weekend.
Well, that would definitely make more sense than Tuesday for sure. And
no orbital damage was incurred.
TCM757 taking my travel team to the game. I assume it's talking about the ODU game on Tuesday. What's up, TCM757? So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And
Kids
how about
that? I see that all the time out in the jungle. You see teams that are there with their coach, and they just have the best time.
Robert Matthews says, "How about the puker?" Yeah, that was. I have seen many delays in my 53 years of watching baseball. I have never seen a pitcher throw up at the mound.
What happened? I missed this. I wasn't able to watch too much baseball this weekend.
The starting pitcher for Wichita right before the game started yesterday when it was 93 degrees lost his lunch right before the first pitch. And, and Dylan Johnson on the radio says we have a delay. We have a vomit delay.
A vomit delay.
Yeah.
A vomit delay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's happened many times in the jungle, but never on the mound.
Yeah, Robert was sending me video of it, so I was like, "What the heck am I watching?" And he said, "Stevie, we got a vomit delay right here."
I felt bad for that kid. Don't you know? First start, he was nervous. 93 degrees. Heat index about 102, and his stomach's already churning. And the first thing he does, his college career on the mound starts blowing his cookies. I mean, just.
Did somebody say serve it up?
He said,
I did have a kid I coached him for like 6 years, and one of the first games I coached him, I didn't know him that first year hardly at all, and his dad helped me coach, and we're sitting out there getting ready to kick off, and the referees looked at me, "Hey, you might want to check on your kid out here," and I mean he's just puking, and we had like 9 players that year too, and I looked at his dad, I was like, and his dad just looked at me like, "He'll be okay. Just let him get it out. He'll be okay." But he would do that multiple times before a game. I mean, just puke.
Yeah.
Puke during warm-ups one time when he was going out running pass patterns. He puked right in the middle of a pass pattern.
I want you guys to know I just went live.
All right.
Did you?
Yep.
TCM 757. He said he's a Conley graduate. He's got to show his boys how we do it in Pitt County. So that's pretty cool.
I'm assuming he's native to Tidewater. Is that why you're taking your travel ball team to the ODU game Tuesday? Well, he's Conley grad, yeah, but are you in Greenville or are you in Norfolk?
He must be living in that area now.
Yeah,
evidently.
Because he said 757. So
yeah, there you go. He's in Norfolk.
Yeah. So anyway. Wow. Cool. That'll be cool to get that game in Wednesday. So crazy. The weather was a little crazy with just the rain and having to move it up 2 hours. And then that very end of that game, I'm glad they did. About the 7th inning. Was it 7th inning? Today there was a little bit of rain, but
not much though.
Very little bit. Very little bit.
Yeah, not hard.
And it was cool. I mean, what wasn't cool is we were losing 9-0 at the time, but it was I love like weird weather, and it was just a cool feeling, like the way the wind was blowing, and it wasn't warm, it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It was just a weird feeling, but it didn't work out for us.
He was living in the area. Now I was on the team with Pack and Holtz, a little 1 year of baseball.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, cool.
I'd have you tonight. So always we are every Sunday night.
He probably has some stories if he was on the team with Pack and Holt. I'm sure he's got some good stories.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And I guess what happens on the team stays on the team. But anyway, we had we took 2 out of 3. We had some help today. So guys, we're still fighting. We're in second place, right? In the American right now.
Third.
Yeah, third.
Okay, I was thinking that did both teams lose that needed to lose today, UTSA and
but they were a game ahead of us going into the weekend. And today we had 5 teams that could complete the sweep. we had 5 teams going into today that won the first 2, and all 4 of the 5 lost. And then Memphis, they ended up sweeping Rice. So
that helps us, though, right?
Not really at this point. Rice is 7-7. Memphis is 6-8. But anyhow, yeah. So we're right where we were before the weekend started, except we don't have Wichita State on the schedule anymore.
Well, we're doing everything we can out 2-2 this week, and we're doing everything we can to put ourselves in a position we're going to have to win the conference tournament.
We're right. I mean, for me, there's still a couple weeks of baseball. Anything can happen, and we're right there in the thick of things. As a matter of fact, all we have to do is finish second in the tournament this year. I was thinking about that after the game because I was very hurt today. I thought that I was worried because we scored 14 runs in 2 games, and I was saying, especially on Friday night, save some of those runs for the next day.
Yeah.
We scored 14, and then we can only score 1 today. So I know.
Yeah.
Finishing in the top 2 is important for the conference tournament, but you want to be in position to get it as an at-large, and like I said, we can't keep losing games like this. And
nope.
I mean, you're not going to sweep every weekend, but you got a week coming up this week. ODU midweek, you need to get that, and then next weekend is it Rice? Who the hell do we play?
South Florida, the Bulls.
South Florida. All right, it's a big series.
Who almost got swept.
So you need to take 2 out. You need to win your midweek and at least take 2 from South Florida better this week. But I got a question. Somebody told me yesterday after post game that Cliff said that most coaches would have won 12 games with this team. Did he say that? Did anybody else hear him say that?
Did not.
No, I did not hear him say that.
That wouldn't be a.
Oh, you saw the what was it? Somebody he said, "Come see me in June too."
Yeah, I heard another thing. Yeah, well, somebody said that he said.
I hadn't heard the 12 thing, but
yeah, well, if he said that's not gonna motivate your team very much.
Yeah, that's very uncliff-like to say something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, he said that. There you go, Mr. Bubba Rosenbaum, 100%.
Okay. I did hear him say that we're better than we were last year. I did hear him say that.
I didn't hear it.
That's kind of a contradictory dual statement.
Heard it. A lot. Everybody in here saying they heard it.
Well, Bubba's not normally a liar, so
no. Bubba and John White. John White saw it too.
Yeah, that I don't. That's not a. I mean, Coach Godwin's a great coach, and toot your own horn and all that. But man, you probably should have chose better wording.
That's not a good way to motivate a team at all. I mean, you're just pretty much saying they've hit their ceiling, and we're lucky that we've got what we have by now. That's not a way to motivate the team at all. I'm surprised.
Okay, all right. There's the exact wording. That is a little different.
Not much,
still under these circumstances. I mean,
I think he's talking about the injury situation, but I mean,
I understand that, but that's still. I mean, what are you saying to the rest of the guys you got playing now?
No, I agree. I wouldn't have said it, and it bothered me.
No.
And then I look at the performance after he said that yesterday, and I'm not saying that the 2 correlate. It's just I wonder about why.
Well, I wonder what his objective was. I mean, what was he trying to accomplish by making that statement? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could have been right there. Part of it is what our friend up in the Tidewater is saying. He does, and that was a win yesterday. But he does. Cliff takes things personally that I don't. It's that maybe he shouldn't. I mean, I think most everybody loves Cliff and the job he's done with the baseball program. You got some extremists. You're going to have that with any fan base, but and sometimes Cliff gets defensive when I don't think there's a need to be. You're going to get critical of things you say and do, but at the end of the day, Cliff's a Pirate, and we'll look at the job he's done with this baseball program. He's a great coach. It's just. Criticism is going to come. Tough questions are going to come. Stupid questions are going to come. And it would be worse in Baton Rouge or Knoxville or Oxford.
This weekend is just a microcosm of how the entire season has gone. And I agree with you, Kyle. Cliff, I mean, I can't imagine I mean, as good a coach as he is and as good a Pirate as he is, that he would be sensitive to much of anything at this point. You got to have a thick skin to
put
do what you
Bubba's
do.
comment back on the screen. I didn't get a chance to read that. Today,
Well,
he called position players.
Bubba, do you think he was referring to? I think he's pretty.
Call
I think
position
he's
players
upset.
front runners. What
Well,
does that
I think
mean?
he's.
Yeah,
well,
I'm trying to
tell
figure
you,
out what
Kyle.
that means too, Kyle.
I think he's saying that front runners don't do things that these position players are doing. Like, I think, and I love Nick, but I think he was referring to Nick Parham trying to turn a double play and getting no outs instead of just taking the sure out at second. Nick tried to do it so quickly that he came off the bag and to get it to first and didn't get any outs.
Okay, so again, as I've told Bubba before, and now don't assume people know what something means. What is a front runner? I'm a sports fan. I have no idea.
No, he's saying a front runner, a position player for a front runner team wouldn't do silly things that we're doing right now. That's what I heard him say.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard that term front runner before in sports. When
in other words, what he's saying is he talking about the front runners, meaning the
conference contender as a front runner for the conference? But that's not the concept. That's not the context Bubba worded it in. That didn't.
That's the context that Cliff was alluding to, in my opinion.
Well, I know what that means. If you're saying you're a front runner for the conference,
right? But we aren't playing like that. Is what he meant by doing
Bubba
dumb
said
things.
Is today he called the position players front runners.
Wow, yeah.
I think that used to be a derogatory term back in the day. George Allen would call the Dallas Cowboys a bunch of damn front runners. And that was a derogatory term at one time. I don't know.
But he was applying that to another team, not his own team.
Right. He's talking about
what does the term mean beyond contending for the championship?
No, and he's right. I mean, Cliff is right. We got to be a little more.
It's execution because
thank you, Dave.
That's the term I'd forgotten to text you guys, and I'm just realizing that I'm so old. If I don't do it right then, I was going to text you guys and say no execution, because what I was thinking about is that's why Cliff gets upset.
Nobody has still explained to me the negative connotations of the term front runners.
I tried my best, Kyle. He
failed miserably.
He wasn't saying. He's saying that front runners don't do that. He wasn't calling Nick Parham a front runner. He was saying,
all right, but if it was, what would that mean?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm gonna check out here for a while you guys figure this out.
Yeah, I think he was saying if you're going to be a front runner and you're going to be a contender, you can't make the little mistakes and you got to be able to do the little things, the positive little things, and not the little things that hurt you. That's what.
That's right. That's a good.
What you see Bubba's comment up there, Dave? He just put up there about front runners.
Oh,
there we go. That's what it means. Front runner equals play with energy. Front runner equals play with energy when things are going well, but no fight when things get hard. Okay, there we go. Now I get it. That explains it. So I hadn't either. So what are you saying is the guys give great effort when things are going their way.
Yeah.
But as soon as things go against them, they quit hustling.
And that goes back to Alan's point where he said it was earlier. He said it was a microcosm. Today was a microcosm of our season. So just like what you said, Alan, I can add to that is that when you have the adversity, like for example, so the bats have got to stay hot because we don't have the pitching to be able to win 1-0 games or like the low scoring games. So that when you can't put it all on the pitching staff when you got guys that can't hit right now.
Well, Dave, we won games 1 and 2. We held them to 1 run in both games. So the pitching staff is not really. Okay, go ahead.
No, to add what I'm saying to you, yeah, I'm not saying we have no pitchers, but when it came, by the time we got till today, we were running a very, very, like Jackson Brown, we're running on empty.
and we still took 2 out of 3. And
Right.
you know, a lot of schools would kill to take 2 out of 3 in most series. And you know, it just it leaves a little bit of.
So what do you guys go? I'm sorry, Alan. Let me step on you.
No, I
But
was just saying it leaves a bad taste in your mouth to lose 13-1. But overall, this was another successful weekend. But the margin for error, we say it every Sunday night, is razor thin. I mean, and it got thinner today.
so what do you guys if the now that Bubba's explained what the term means, what do you guys think of Cliff using that to describe position players?
I don't like it in public. That's just my opinion.
I don't either.
I think that's something you do behind closed doors.
Yeah, I mean, if Bubba is correct on what Cliff meant by that, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because it just doesn't seem like that's his style, or it wasn't prior to this season. Yeah. And now I'm curious whether we're gonna see Nick Parham in the starting lineup on Tuesday or not. To be honest with you, I mean, Lashley, how bad can his hamstring be? He played yesterday. That's another thing. I have no idea what's going on with Lashley. Is he hurt? Is he being benched for other reasons? I don't know. But
I love Lashley. I think he's one of our best players.
Well, he hasn't played. He hasn't started the last few games, but he did come in to. If you're trying to nurse a hamstring, you don't come in at the end of a meaningless game, and play shortstop. You just don't do that.
Here's Bubba's response to that. He said, "I know that's what he meant 100%." So it's interesting.
Okay, Bubba, explain about the Lashley and Parham shortstop deal. Why did Lashley come in?
When somebody sticks a mic in Cliff's face and you just lost 13-1, and he's got to do a 3-minute post game or whatever it is with the radio, it's very hard. I mean, you get beat 13-1. There's not a heck of a whole lot positive that you can say.
I think me and Bubba had this conversation last night, as a matter of fact, and some of this with Cliff, I think after a loss in football, there's a cooling down period after a game. You talk to your team before you have your press conference. In basketball, the same way. In baseball, it's immediate. You immediately have a mic, stuck in your face, and it happens after football. Sometimes too, you get the on-field interview as soon as the game is over, but your primary press conference is afterwards. And Cliff loves the program. He's a hothead guy and all that. And I don't know. I can't say the term offended me because I didn't know what the hell it meant. But it's interesting. But Cliff is, he's a hell of a coach, and nobody's criticizing. I'm not criticizing his coaching ability.
He does not mince words, and I mean, and whatever what he's done for the past 13, 14 years, whatever it's been here, has worked. So I ain't going to criticize Cliff Godwin too much about anything, even though we've talked about his intensity. We've talked no cool off period, like you said, Kyle. It's just like in racing. You stick a mic in a guy's face right after he's hit a wall going 175 miles an hour, and I think that's kind of the way Cliff is. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and you're going to get what you're going to get. He's not going to soften. He's not going to sugarcoat.
Right. I think for me personally, being around Cliff, and I know that you have a lot too, Alan, he is intense. However, he will fight like hell for his team. And so for me, I'll tell you what, I'm from the old school. I do not have a problem for him calling them out. And I'll tell you why. It's frustrating as all get out. I'm the kind of guy, if we don't have the talent, then I will be the nicest guy in the world as far as, having the biggest heart. They're putting on their jerseys, they're Pirates. Okay. And I didn't have the talent that they had for my era and now. So I didn't have the talent to even be playing in college, much less. But having said that, I believe that there has been some discourse in the locker room again this year. And I won't say the stuff that we do know that we have heard, but I will tell you this. If it's like being a parent and you tell your child, don't do that again. And damn it, they did it again, right? The difference is Alan Vick, when he had his kids and they were young, he wasn't mic'd up on a baseball diamond or a football field.
Right, and let's look at it this way too. Without getting into this subject, these are no longer kids that are, these are paid athletes to perform.
That much. And I was thinking the same thing. I wonder maybe it's the approach in terms of being more critical publicly about the team has anything to do with the fact that they are now, a lot of guys transfer in. Everybody, in baseball it's less than football and basketball, but the guys are getting paid. And
Well, I disagree with Bubba. I mean, if Cliff is calling out Nick Parham for trying too hard to make a double play and taking his foot off the bag too quick, I mean, now how constructive is that? That's I don't like it at all. If that's the case, I got a big problem with it.
I don't like it. I don't like it in public.
I mean, Nick just hit a double the day before, scored 2 runs in our win. I mean,
I don't mind you calling out the team, but when if you're making, which he did, I don't think he called him out by name, but so that makes a difference there. Now, if everybody knew who he was talking about, I guess, but
here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. It comes down to the word, what I just said to John.
Well, why do you guys think it was directed about Nick Parham? If he said
because he was trying to get a double play. We all know that. But what Cliff is saying in this, what I'm reading and I'm trying to put it in context, what it means is, okay, if you have the double play, if you stepped on the base and doing that, but what happened was he lost focus trying to get the double play, and then we got no outs. So
the term by the definition of front runner from what it was described as means that you when things are going well you play well, and when things go bad you let it snowball. And to me that would be directed at the whole team.
Okay, because that would make sense. Maybe he was. I mean, hitting wise, it was a disaster.
And let's face it, when we win, these things are kind of swept under the rug. But Cliff has made comments sort of like this before, even in games that we won.
Oh, I don't disagree with him. I think the fact that we're so damn streaky indicates that there's truth to that. The fact that when things are going well, we snowball and we can we'll run roll somebody, and then when we lose, we can't get a damn hit off. It's the offense is either hot or cold. So I don't disagree with his assessment. Overall, the team, I agree that's kind of what we are at this point.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's the man. He's the coach of the team, so that reflects on him. Well, I guess he even said that though. He said that comes back to me. He did say it.
Well, there you go.
All I know is I'm glad somebody didn't put a microphone in my face after every game we played, because there's no telling what they might have heard out of me, especially some of the losses we had.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame Cliff for what happened yesterday, and I don't blame the players. So I'm in the middle. I'm like, there's no need to go there, in my opinion. No one's not out there not trying. I mean, I don't know anyone that's not trying. So I don't know. I just feel like it didn't need to be said. He chose to say it, so whatever.
Yeah. I think we should get JR and Bubba to fight about this.
Or your record.
No. Bubba and I would never fight about anything. I
want y'all two to box.
Yeah, well, you're gonna do your best to whack the bee's nest, but it ain't gonna happen, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna box.
I've known Bubba a long time, not as long as you have, but I don't know that we've ever had an argument.
You're gonna put on gloves. You're gonna box.
No, he killed me.
It's gonna be like
hit him low. Just go ahead and go for the nuts.
Roman Robertson versus CM Rosenbaum.
Kyle's like that one.
That would never happen.
I think JR is more. I think JR is more CM Punk. I think Bubba would be more Roman Reigns.
Bubba and I would never go into combat.
Bubba's Finn Balor.
No, I just may be reading this whole situation entirely incorrectly.
JR. Take a deep breath, buddy. It's all a joke. Yeah, we know you and Bubba aren't going to fight. It's all a joke.
But people don't know that.
I'm making light of something
Oh, yeah.
that's really not that big of a deal. Although I would pay
Everybody's gonna
money.
fight.
I would pay
One
money.
thing, Kyle, I am stubborn, as I proved in prior shows, and I could be wrong about this, and just not. And maybe Bubba is correct, which is very possible. So I'm gonna
Put Josh Thomas's comment up there.
Robert says to get whacking, so call me if you need
We just got you out of trouble, Robert.
Which whacking are you referring to, Robert?
Bubba has incredible reach advantage over JR.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, Josh.
The reach.
Oh.
I'd have to go low.
Yeah.
Who is a wiry wrestler?
JR can be JR housing.
You are
cursed. Yes. Yes. You're gonna have to put on weird vampire makeup and have midgets come out with you and all kinds of crazy crap. Yeah.
Punch guys in the midsection.
Oh my Lord.
In the words
tonight, Danhausen had midgets come out with him.
In the words of the great Bobby the Brain Heenan, never touch a midget. You don't know where they've been.
Well, I just go down to the I'll go down to the Outer Banks, and there's plenty of midgets down there. I can
midget motors.
Yep, midget cemetery. There's midget real estate.
Vertically challenged guys.
Hey, look, the guys tonight that came out with Danhausen.
Alex.
When Michael Cole referred to them as midgets, he said, "Did nobody hit me up on social media? That's what they wanted to be called."
Exactly, yeah. They wanted to be called this tonight.
Well, is little people better? I mean, to me, little people sounds degrading.
There's got to be another word, because neither one of them is really flattering. Or
how about
there's got to be another word.
You can't come up with anything that's going to be flattering to that.
Shawties. Let's just call them shawties.
Good point, Stevie.
Hey, Alan, can you fire up the jukebox and play us some Randy Newman, Short People?
I tell you what, look up a song called "Little Man" by John C. Reilly. That describes it all right there for the vertically challenged among us.
Not Gene C. Riley.
John C. Reilly, the actor that did.
I've often wondered what it would be like to be with a midget.
Be what?
To be with a midget.
I've got a great joke there, and I'm not going to go there. I'm just not. I'm just not going to go there.
You telling me none of you guys have ever wondered what it would be like to be with a midget?
Hey. Also, there's a Reverend Billy C. Wirtz song called "Teeny Weeny Meeny."
Hey, Alan.
Check it out. Yes, sir.
You just going to ignore that question?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Well, here, Alan, you and Kyle cannot tell any jokes because we have our paywall. You have to pay at least $9.99 a month to be able to get those jokes. And
I would like to ask our listeners if any of our listeners ever thought about
that. Let's get back to baseball.
Please.
Yeah, we still got football to talk about too.
Hold on. Robert's saying JR would be more like Alex Wright, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Alex Wright, Das Wonder Kid. Das Wonder Kid.
I can see JR doing.
I want to see JR dance like that with the leather jacket on. It'd be fantastic.
Zack Sabre Jr.
No, I got a picture of him as Das Wonder Kid, Alex Wright now from '95.
You know who that is, JR?
He doesn't have.
I don't. I'm at a disadvantage here because I have no idea.
Well, you're not really going to be offended when you look it up. You're going to be.
Well, no, I don't. I didn't assume I would be, but I'm going to take a tip from Stevie, though. Stevie, what's the name of the XM all-time all wrestling?
Bust It Up.
Bust It Up. Yeah.
Radio.
I'm going to start listening to that thing nonstop every time I travel back and forth. I'm gonna learn.
Channel 167, right, Stevie?
All right.
If you really want to
I
learn,
don't even know the numbers.
if you really want to learn about wrestling, listen to the Jim Cornette podcast.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
If you got
I'm willing to put in work, Kyle.
Well, good.
Yeah, well, Jim Cornette is entertaining on so many levels.
I heard he goes a bit long, like we do sometimes.
Yes, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 days.
But
Best
the thing is,
wrestling mind ever, in my opinion.
he is
Yes.
incredible.
Hey, he's funny and incredibly witty, very opinionated. He's good.
He does have good taste in music, Kyle.
Yeah,
he's got some good taste in music.
He likes David Brothers.
Yeah, he's got some good taste in music. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing.
I think he's the one that's very outspoken about his politics, correct?
He is.
Oh, yes, he is.
And at times
I'm not a
disagreed
fan
with
of that, really.
Well, here recently, I don't know how anybody can deny it, but anyway, we won't get on that.
No. Next up, what do we got?
Well, that's what That's what makes our fans. We have fans of all ages. We have all different walks of life. You have people that voted this way, that way. But when it comes to Pirate Nation, people are high-fiving, giving.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you, some people voted one way and they still feel another way. So, but anyway. Meanwhile, they was wondering where the hell the show's going. Well, I'll tell you where it's going, straight down the toilet. But yeah, 2-1 weekend for the Pirates. Take 2 out of Wichita, lose today. Do we want to break down the games in depth?
No.
Guys?
No, I don't. We can mention I guess some things that happened or didn't happen. Obviously, we got Grady Linehan back, which was huge, only to have him lost again. So let's hope we see him back out there at least next weekend for big USF series.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping, if you guys didn't see that play on Friday night, I'm hoping that it looked worse than it actually was.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling,
it looked like the late 70s, early 80s Dusty Rose Ric Flair match where
Dave froze up.
Yeah. It'll always be a classic. The blood with the white hair is where Dave was going.
But that area, guys, as you know, was very vascular. So I think it did look worse than it was, even though I know that had to hurt. You ever been popped in the nose?
Yeah.
Wow. But I think he's going to be. I don't know how many stitches did he get. I wonder. I heard somebody say he got stitches. That's very vascular.
6.
And that boy. Think about it. But he's very lucky. Truthfully, that his nose wasn't broken,
his nose is broken, I think.
Well, but like broken.
Orbital. Yeah. His orbital bone was right there.
Yeah.
And a baseball, if it hits the nose, you would think that there's enough diameter to maybe shatter that as well. But I think he's escaped any of that.
Yeah.
So pitching wise, yesterday I was hoping, it was 1-0 for a while. I was hoping that we could find a way to get a lead and then put Sean in, because Sean did not pitch at all this weekend.
Yeah, he has arm is sore, Cliff said.
Yeah, I know.
Looked up at the screen, and I think Roman Reigns beat Punk.
But where's John White when you need him? Because if he's still listening, he said his arm was sore, but he would put him in if the game wasn't out of hand. I mean, why would you do that? If his arm is sore, why would you put him in at all? Would be my question. We never were. I mean, the fact that we've had the last 3 weekends and he pitched no innings this week, 2 innings last week maybe, and maybe 3 innings or 4 the week before. If arm issue is the issue, then it's understandable. But if that's the case, you would shut him down. You wouldn't still, maybe depend on him to close out a game or something. I don't know. There's so many players on this team that I just don't know where they stand physically. I have no idea.
Well, in other words, it's like you're just putting them in my estimation, and I'm not a pitching coach, not a pitcher, but it would seem to me that what you're doing is you're saying, okay, I know that pitching wise we'll put him on a pitch count because his arm is sore, where help me out, John White, but he says, okay, there you go. Pitching a few innings a week and soreness is not good. There you go.
Thank you. We didn't need him though. Really, this weekend, I'm complaining that we didn't see him, but I'm only complaining that we didn't get the lead and then see him. But there was no need to put him in game 1. There was no need to put him in game 2. And there was no need to put him in yesterday. Or is that today? That was today.
Today.
Seems
it's
like
still
yesterday.
Today for a couple hours.
There just wasn't. So yeah, I'm not even critiquing or criticizing. It was just an observation that Sean's not pitching much at all lately. And hopefully going forward, that won't be the case.
What do you think we're trying him? Do you think it's a situation where he's having arm soreness and then he's saying he's feeling fine and then he goes in and damn, my arm's sore again, that kind of thing?
I don't know, Kyle. I have no idea.
This team is a walking mash unit. I mean,
it really is.
I mean, it's got to be just trying to put a lineup together and logistics. Do the things you do to put a baseball team on the field with all the injuries.
Are we doing anything with baseball conditioning that maybe we need to change? I mean, I don't.
Robert, I said the same dang. Where's Josh Thomas? I said that same thing. We were watching the game on the TV when they put him in, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, he's going to throw strikes. And I said, the only question is, are they going over the fence or not? He gets hit hard when it gets hit. But I think they're using him, Robert, to save arms because that game was out of reach. I'm pretty sure.
That's exactly that. Thank you, Johnny. That was my point I was going to make is that you've won the series, and yes, we want to win the game. However, do you want to keep losing a whole bunch of arms? So and then John White makes a great point. I'm upset we lost to one of our better arms, and we're at the point where the pitching is very fragile. He's talking about last night. We found out Gavin Van Kempen is out for the season.
Sickening.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I was talking about earlier. When we don't have the room for error when it comes to the bats. The bats have got to save us. As a matter of fact, it's usually with this team, as far as the program is concerned over the years, that we score a lot of runs. And because we score a lot of runs, it doesn't make our pitching, susceptible, like to put it under the microscope and like Alan's talking about, we can kind of hide and mask some things. But now we're at the point where the pitching staff is so decimated that the hitting, maybe it's putting more pressure on the hitters. I don't know. But yeah, as far as the defense is concerned, there were some mistakes made that we just can't have. And I understand. I understand. Yeah. What it amounts to is that it's like racing, NASCAR, when you see a guy lose by so many tenths of a second and you're like, what in the world? There's no room for error at this level, even if we had a good.
Well, if we're trying to win the conference regular season title, going forward, or at least finish in the top two, the room for error is very small over these. What we got? 4 series left? 5, 3, 4? How many we got?
4.
4 series left. So you need to win all 4 of them. You need to, I think, sweep 2 of them. We really need to bounce back from today's performance. Really need to do it Tuesday, and so do you. But South Florida series is pivotal, and it seems like we're saying that every weekend, but it really is. We're going to get in a situation where if we don't start getting some sweeps here, where we're going to, like I say, it's going to be win the conference tournament to go to Omaha.
Yeah.
Or to go to the regionals, rather.
And, we're one game. We have the tiebreaker against UAB, which is good if we're, talking about finishing in the top 2, but we do not have the tiebreaker against UTSA. And so technically they're not just one game in front of us. They're 2 games in front of us.
Yeah.
So we're going to have them lose, which they did do today, but we're going to have more of that.
Josh says games was so out of hand. It's like putting in a position player that throws 50-mile-an-hour rainbows. John White said, I don't like to second guess things a lot, but I think bringing in Frank that early was a big mistake today, especially if you've used Ethan and Gavin to bridge some innings.
John knows what he's talking about. That's for sure.
Take the injuries away, guys. We have not had dominating pitching this year with any consistency at all from anybody.
Yeah, but the injuries happened so damn early to the pitching staff. Who knows if it would have came?
Yeah.
But
Well,
you're
yeah,
right.
Gavin
We
was
have-
pretty strong before, he had to.
Yeah, I just
Gavin was pretty strong. Everyone's had some moments. Luke Payne had a couple of good starts before, and
we've had moments, but we haven't had that consistent.
No, there's no. You're right. And you know what? Look at the other teams in our league and look at their starters. Consistency is hard to find nowadays for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're talking about all this, but we're right there. It's not like we're at the bottom and looking up and
it is a weird season for baseball.
Right there.
Like friggin' LSU is like RPI is like 80. I mean, it is a weird baseball season. So who the hell knows? I don't know. We may still be in good shape for an at-large if we just take care of most of our business. But just performances like today, they just God, it's uphill swallow. Not losing, but just a performance like today.
Yeah, you're right. Not only did we lose, it just felt like. I mean, I can only speak for me. It just felt like we're not coming back. We're just.
It
not
felt like
back.
NC State and it felt like North Carolina.
Yeah,
those three games had the same feeling. Although this game took a little bit longer to get to that point. I thought we were still in it in the first 4 innings.
I turned it off at 9-1 or 9-0, whatever it was.
Hey, a true story, Alan. True story. 6th inning, I went out the gates, walked all the way across Charles to my truck.
I should have got
switched my hat. I switched my hats. I didn't take a shower.
I
came back. I tried everything I could do. And hey, Austin Irby's trying his best too. He switched his walk-up song.
Man, I don't think LSU
he used to have he had Rush, Tom Sawyer, today's Tom Sawyer, and he switched to something else, and it didn't help, unfortunately.
When we loaded the bases in the 5th or 6th, we loaded the bases and didn't get anything when it was and then you knew after that.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was
brutal.
We were done. So.
Yeah.
He struggled with the Rush walk-up song. JR, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, he stuck with it for the last 2 years, and now he bailed on it, thinking that maybe that's the problem, but that ain't the problem.
Yeah, it can't. It didn't help. That's for sure.
Stevie,
it didn't.
You're a music guru, Stevie. Give Austin Irby, give him the song to maybe he can get out of the slump. He's been.
Ooh.
What?
Walk-up song.
No,
Irby needs a walk-up song. Well, is anybody going to get this to Irby to get him out of the slump?
No, I was being complimentary to Stevie because he knows a lot of music, and maybe he can give him. Hey, what about a Kiss song, Stevie?
Christine 16. No,
good Lord.
No, I'm just
well,
I wasn't going there.
Alan wants him to get locked up.
Robert,
I love it loud. I love it loud. The Kiss song, I love it loud. Of course, he would go with Alice in Chains. It's better than Rush, though, Robert. I'll give you that.
That's one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
I'm gonna go Irby. I'm gonna go Axe by the Steelwoods.
All right.
Okay.
Johnny, you got a song for
I'll
Irby?
swing my axe. There you go.
I like Kyle's suggestion because we need him to swing an axe here to close out. I mean, he needs to get on a hot streak.
Because I like him.
Thunderstruck. Put him Thunderstruck. Give him an ACDC song. Thunderstruck.
I like Axe. Still was. We're gonna swing that axe.
Stevie, I'm going with Stevie. I think I gotta have some ACDC.
I like originality, man. All these stuff like Thunderstruck's overdone.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's good though. It works.
Yeah. The only thing for Thunderstruck is a little bit more energy there, which is probably what he needs.
Hard to handle. Black Crows.
Nah.
He's all just overplayed. I mean,
can't be as long as it's not Tom Sawyer by Rush. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, the Black Crows got up this week from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I'm not too happy about that. But
they what now?
They didn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
well, who did, Dave? Who got in before them?
Let's see. Iron Maiden.
Oh God.
Let's see.
What was the first one you said?
Oasis. Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
All right, Phil Collins.
Okay, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Sade. Wu-Tang,
Oasis is a little.
No.
It's a little.
Did you say
too soon.
Sade?
Sade,
Sade.
yeah.
and Billy
Idol, yeah, Billy Idol.
Yeah.
He's been with him for a long time.
Sade over Counting Crow. I mean, Black Crows. I'm
Either
not sure
one.
about that.
But Billy Idol's going to be in Raleigh. I dig Billy Idol.
I love Sade, but not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just
Don't get me started
No.
on that. That would take
That
a
doesn't
whole
make a lot of
nother
sense.
life.
First of all, it's not rock and roll, but I know that doesn't preclude you from getting in. Second of all,
Well, look,
I don't even
love
know anything she's done other than that one hit.
Smooth Operator.
Yeah, she had 5 or 6 good sized hits.
Okay.
But got a great voice, but I just don't see it in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The problem,
Well,
yeah.
look,
I know we're going to yeah.
love
There's
New
quotas that have to be met, boys and girls.
Okay.
I
Okay. So
love
let's.
New Edition as a group, but in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no.
There's quotas that have
Rock
to be
and
met.
roll.
we got some spring football. Are we done with baseball?
Yeah.
I'll wrap up baseball by saying I don't know if anybody out there has noticed this or would agree or disagree. I'm very puzzled by the absence of one Carlos Jacome. When you put in Blade Carver as a pinch runner when Lashley got hit, and the funny thing, let me back up real quick. The funny thing about it's not funny at all, but Lashley, I mean not Lashley.
Jacome?
Yeah, thank you. No, Jacome came in when Grady Linehan got hit in the face. And 2 pitches before Grady got hit in the face, he thought he got hit on the foot. And he called for a review, and they reviewed it, and it was a fairly long review, and they said, no, you didn't get hit.
Yeah.
Then they brought a new pitcher in, which is odd to see a pitcher come in the middle of an at-bat, and then he plunked him in the face, and it was anyhow. So then they needed a pinch runner because, Grady's out. And they brought in Blade Carver as opposed to Carlos Jacome, which I'm sure if they ran a 40-yard dash, Carlos would beat him by 10 yards. So I don't know. I have no idea why that happened.
Good one, Sean. That was a good one.
That's why he needs to swing his axe.
There you go.
So I guess Carlos is in the doghouse maybe, but I'll tell you this, he's got one more year of eligibility. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he went somewhere else next season. I don't know. He's not getting any, love here.
We dropped a 40 in the RPI, so we dropped 4 spots.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Kyle, after today, I was scared to even text you guys. Probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. I thought about it, and I was like, I'm not putting that in the group chat. It's probably really bad. So
no. And UTSA is 41.
Yeah.
So we're ahead of them, but UAB is 33. They keep defying odds. They swept a series again. So no, they didn't. They won 2 out of 3.
They're the Blazer Nation. They're a baseball sensation. We want to move on to spring ball. Hey guys, got a major announcement here. Thursday night, we will be joined by our broadcast colleague Matt the Semenza. As he wants to talk a little spring football, so keep that on your plates for Thursday night. From Matt the Semenza.
Oh gosh, I guess the tree season. He's got his trees ready already.
He's starting to get ready.
Trees are planted.
Spring.
Yeah. He'll really get focused on that in July, so he's got some time right now. But anyway. I didn't attend the spring game. I talked to several people that did. They told me what they saw. I know a lot of people like the way Griffiths looked. Griffins, Andy Griffith, Mitch Griffith, the quarterback from Texas Tech. Well, thanks, Andy. People seem to think he looked better of the two as of right now. But Williams, what I'm getting from everybody, both quarterbacks we can win with. And the defense looks sharp. JR, what'd you see?
Well, okay, so I got there a little late, but still they hadn't actually started the scrimmage. They were doing some pre-scrimmage drills, which were interesting. And I'll tell you, I was closer to the field. So initially when the quarterbacks were throwing, Williams just had something extra on his balls. Like you could hear it. You could hear it like going through the wind. But in the scrimmage itself, I thought Mitch Griffiths did do better. I also thought that the two backup quarterbacks who are never going to see the field this season, hopefully, there should be no need for them to, but I feel like they're both probably better than I thought they were. Cole Hodge had he had the best throw of the whole scrimmage, in my opinion. They blew the whistle a little early, so it didn't count, but he hit Dawson Quarterman on a go route in the end zone, and it was a great throw. It was a great catch. Didn't count because they blew it dead like a second before he threw it, but Quarterman, made a great catch. And then they tried the same exact play a few plays later, and it was a terrible throw, and he almost threw a pick. But he showed what he could do, So and the other one, the kid that's from South Carolina, Trey Burke. When the scrimmage started, he's apparently the number 3 and Cole's number 4, according to how they started the scrimmage. But I thought that Cole looked better. Cole also threw a touchdown pass to the kid that is a walk-on that ran track for East Carolina. I can't think of his name, but he it was a condensed red zone play. In other words, it's not a play where you would think your track guy would be your go-to receiver, but it was like a 7 or 8 yard throw, and Hodge was on the run, rolling out to his right, and he threw an incredible pass that he kind of spiked into the end zone, and it was caught for a touchdown. And the guy, Mason Scott is the one that caught it. So I don't think he's even in our rotation at wide receiver at this point. He's a fast dude, but he showed he's got hands. And Cole Hodge's brother made a really good catch.
Yeah, he's a receiver, right?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver, and he was interfered with by not one but 2 defenders. Still caught the ball. So I don't think he's really in our depth, chart either. And not nowhere near the top certainly, but so that shows, I think, our wide receiver core is pretty deep. I never saw Kyle. Like I said, I got there a little late and I wasn't fully paying attention at all times because I was getting texts and stuff. But I don't recall ever seeing either of the 2 slot guys, Sides, the guy from North Texas, or my guy, the kid from Fairfax County, Blake Spalding.
So
Brock Spalding. Yeah. I couldn't see. I always call him Blake. I didn't see either one of them really do anything, and that's probably because
there's no need to.
There's no need to. There's no need
to. Yeah, we know what they can do. I like our receiver room. I like our running backs room, both on paper. The quarterback situation is going to be the big question: is which one of those 2 kids are going to win the job? Will you see them both? Will one start the season and one finish the season? We got a lot of question marks. I feel good about our pieces on offense. It's just putting it all together, and it's a rhythm-based tempo offense, and that's my biggest concern with so many new pieces is how soon this offense is going to click. It's going to click at some point, but will it be game 1? Will it be game 2? Will it be game 5? And can our defense carry us while it's clicking? I think so. After Alabama, Appalachian State's in the same situation we are. ODU, they're in a similar situation. So we're not the Lone Rangers, so to speak. That's what I like about it. So it's going to be whose offense can click first. How can our defense carry us? It's going to be an interesting season. We're openly talking about, with this brand new rebuild offense, winning conference championships with a brand new coaching staff on that side of the ball. We're talking about Griffiths. I saw him in his interview. He said, my goal, wake up every day is to win the American and play the playoffs. So we're talking, I love that. I love that Blake is embracing that. We got a taste of it last year, and now that we've got a taste of it, he's going in full throttle with it. So it's going to be an interesting season. I believe in this defense. and I believe in the ability of the offense. My concern is how fast is it going to click?
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on, like we talked about, it depends on, obviously, we got to have these guys stay as healthy as possible. Look what we've been talking about with the baseball team. We know football, that's going to be a factor. The question is, how big a factor will the injuries be this year? And not only that, but right now, like having freak things that happen like we've had in the past with guys getting hurt.
Let's hope we get none of that.
Right. I'm just saying, to me, that will be my biggest concern. I think you're right to be concerned because it is a new offense, but I think that the install is usually right now for the spring game. So in spring practice.
But it's more than just installing a new offense. I mean, you got brand new quarterbacks, brand new receivers, brand new offensive line. It's a whole different level of, you know.
But I think, we're not the only team dealing with that.
Player, exactly. That's my point. Yeah. We're not the Lone Rangers. Early competition, we play are dealing with the same thing. And these are experienced players. It's just, so that's what I'm saying. It's going to be how quick can it come together. I do think on paper, we're at an advantage over an Appalachian and an ODU that our defense does have a lot of returning players. There's a lot of carryover. There's players that haven't played as much but have been in the system that are ready to step up. So I do think that maybe our defense can carry us early in the season.
Yeah, I tell you, I was watching the defensive backs, Kyle. I love watching defensive backs. And Christian Peterson, he played way more than I thought he was gonna. He's the nickel back. And he had a great interception, and he was bringing it all game. And he's not a big guy. He's like 5'10", maybe 180, 185.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that Tegan Wilk and Coach Maggs working together, I think we're going to see an aggressive secondary, an attacking secondary, a punishing secondary. I think that's what we're going to see because that's the way those two played. And I think it was evident because the other one, I don't know if you all remember last year, but Jonathan Akins, I thought was going to be really good. The guy that came from Maryland, he never played a lick. He had a pick in the scrimmage, and he played pretty well. So
I think you got the kid that stepped up in the bowl game and played so damn well. He's back.
Oh yeah, he's back, and Darian Horsley's back. He had a good game late in the season when we were low. When we were thin.
Yeah.
So I think our defense.
I like our D line, the linebackers. We use kind of our linebackers outside are kind of hybrid guys, safety linebackers, and I think our defense can be really good. Like I say, I do like them to carry us early. And how fast will the offense click is, I think, is what the ceiling is going to be for this team. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the season. It can't get here fast enough. I mean, I know we're months away. We're still in April, mid-April, and we don't. We're not going to play ball until the end of August, 1st September. But which is good because we need to develop. But I'm looking forward to that App State game week 2.
Yeah, Kyle, I just want to make one comment that I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I almost was weighing even whether I was going to this game or not because I had so much going on, and I got stuck in that equipment sale, and then the scrimmage was about to start, and I was like, it's okay if I miss some of it. And then I did get there before it started, and then afterwards I was thinking, after watching it's not real football, but actually watching live football, I said to myself, what was I thinking? Why would I ever consider missing this over anything? Because it's football. And you're right.
I can think of a few things that would be worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. But no, it got my juices flowing. Like I'm much more into it now. Like you see names and you see where they're coming from and who we got. Now I can connect the dots and I'm ready to go.
How well attended was it?
Not bad.
Bubba said, let's have it click like 2010. No kidding. Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime thing that the offense clicks that fast. But boy, if it clicks like it does in 2010, and the defense is what we think it's going to be, good God.
So, Alan, to answer your question, it was well attended, but there was like 20 rows of nobody sitting. And, so I chose this place to sit. I put my feet up, trying to get some sun. And a family of 4, literally there were 20 rows around me where nobody was sitting, chose to sit directly in front of me. And then I had to put my feet down. And then the lady that sat in front of me, she put her feet up. So I was like,
so you moved?
Yeah, I did move, Kyle. I did.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. They could have sat anywhere they wanted, but they decided to, ruin my.
They probably saw you from a distance. And said,
I think you're right about that. I think I was targeting. They should have called targeting on them.
Yeah,
it's that magnetic personality that you have.
Yeah, they said, "There's Johnny Stats. Let's sit with him."
Yeah.
Luckily, it was near the end of the whole shebang, though. So, but no, I enjoyed it. It was good.
But yeah, we'll dive into it a little more Thursday night, Davis. I'm sure all clear for Matt.
Let's see.
Thursday night, Dave.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, thank you for acknowledging that.
All right. Yeah. Bubba says maybe 2,500. Did you guys see? By the way, did you guys see the Big House and the first practice or the spring game with their new coach? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God! I mean, that's going back to what Kyle we've talked about ad nauseum, but that's why you need to have gimmicks and reasons why people come. Is to have a Dowdy Ficklin with 51,000.
I would do Meet the Pirates with Springham. That would be my thing going forward. It would all be about I Meet the Pirates type of bit. But what do I know?
A lot. Yeah. So Kyle, let's see. John White says it's lost its luster around the country. Well,
yeah, he's correct.
Let's see. Virginia Tech had a very impressive crowd for James Franklin's first spring game. That's why.
Well, our administration, and God love them. We compliment when it's due, critical when it's necessary. But there's just no promotion for this. There's no excitement created. Create some excitement around this. Be creative. I heard about the equipment sale like 2 days before it happened. I mean, can we? God almighty. Although I think the equipment sale went well, they were selling freaking football helmets for $75. I don't like to have had one.
They had people lining up, about 4 a.m. for the equipment sale?
Good God, if it had been promoted better, they'd have lined up the day before. But $75 for football helmets is pretty cool. So I'd like to have had one, but whatever.
One of the most interesting things to me, and I notice silly stuff like this. You go into a press conference with ball players, and they're wearing their ECU Adidas gear where you can see them, but their footwear is Nikes or
I called who's the kid that did the podcast, the camping podcast, the linebacker last year? Yeah, I called him out on that in
the wearing
media day
and Nikes. Man, they should be decked out in Adidas from head to toe.
But in truth, they're free to wear whatever they want. And he made that point. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I get it, but these are comfortable. Have you ever worn these?" I was like, "No, I have not." He's like, "Yeah, well, wear them and get back to me." And so I was just joking with him anyhow. I wasn't being serious. But
I just noticing. But I would figure that before the coaches would say, "Hey, you got to put Adidas gear on when you're in public."
Robert said he got there at 8:00 and there was 200 people in front of him. There was about 8 helmets for sale.
Oh wow! Okay, well that's
well. I got there at 9:15, and I was so deep that I punted. I didn't even attempt it. I came back hours later. But Josh Thomas told me that he went out. He was cooking up a pig under the stadium. They went out for a smoke break at 3:45. And there were 8 people, or I think he said 7 people in line for the equipment sale at 3:45 a.m.
Wow.
That is nuts.
Wow.
That is nuts. Well, I guess that was a success, but 3:40. I mean, they had to be scalpers. Were they collectors?
The first apparently $2,000 worth of stuff.
People
You
that do
either a
yard
major
sales,
collector or a
people
scalper.
that do the flea markets and things like that, probably grabbing stuff.
Yeah, that probably ain't flea markets. That's going online for sale.
Flea markets.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
a lot of people make money doing that stuff.
I could get my
well,
bootleg,
there's a lot of people resell them, but it's mostly online now.
get my bootleg cassettes.
Nothing wrong with the flea market. You can find good stuff at flea markets, but I would have bet most of those are going to go online for sale.
I've got some old ECU T-shirts and hats I'd be willing to part with for a fair price.
Do you happen to have a copy of the '97 Wake Forest game?
No, I do not. But I promise you, I am asking people that I think might could point you in the right direction.
I'll sell my ECU shirt I have on now that I got for my birthday. Actually, I got it.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, brother?
I spoke to Corey Glore after we did our interview with him, and he said, please get Kyle a copy of that Wake Forest game.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Well, I've been looking for it for years now.
There's a doctor that works in my wife's office who is a Wake Forest graduate. I'm going to literally, seriously ask him. He's a huge Wake Forest guy, and see if maybe he may know someone that could possibly have that. I'll do that.
Well, thank you, Bubba. Your dad. You claim your dad might have a copy of it somewhere, and it's been years now. And you still haven't looked for me. So the quest doesn't continue because you've never even started.
They got
what network was it on, Kyle? You remember?
Yes, I can tell the story again. Since Fox Sports South. Well, I was a child, but of 16 years old, getting ready to turn 17, and I could not go to the game that day. It did not have Fox Sports South yet in Kinston. It would be added in October, but a month before that, we did not have it on what was Cox Communication at the time. So I had to listen to the game on whatever the hell, 98.3 probably in those days, and never got to see the son of a bitch. But it was on Fox Sports South, and Fox Sports South wasn't available in Eastern North Carolina yet.
That's correct.
So unless you were in Western North Carolina or Georgia, South Carolina, something like that, or had satellite, you didn't have access to the game.
We were talking about,
that's why it's so hard to get your hands on it, because nobody in the East had it. But like, I think Fox Sports South was available out towards like where Bubba and his dad were living at that time. So that's why.
Yeah.
If Bubba's dad has had if Gary has had a copy of this game the whole time,
he does.
If I find that out, I swear to God, I'm gonna try my best to kick Bubba's ass.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just get JR to do it. He's Dolph.
Well,
JR. You guys have a fatal 4-way or something.
Dolph's Wonder Kid up there.
That game, and that game was very special because that was the first ACC school we'd had play at Dowdy Fickle in a long time, and Wake Forest was the very first game that we ever played.
Yeah, it was the Wake Forest '97 was the first ACC school to come to Greenville since Wake Forest came to Greenville to open Fickle Stadium.
I don't know what he saves and doesn't save. I have no idea. But has anyone ever considered asking Steve Logan? I don't know. You know,
that's just called Fox for desperate measures.
I'm gonna get Matt to ask him. He played for him. They got a great relationship. Yeah. But I have no contact with Coach Logan.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, man. You never know.
Put that back up there for Bubba. Oh,
oh no!
That's
a dagger.
That's probably somebody has a copy of that game somewhere.
By the way,
let's just call Fox Sports.
Let me tell you about Bill Clark Holmes. That's Steve Logan.
Why?
He's talking about Steve Logan.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're our new sponsor, JR. That's
JR.
Hey, Kyle, you're the network guy. I'm not. So I thought Raycom Sports or Jefferson Pilot were doing ACC games back.
That was a home game. It was in Greenville.
Oh, okay.
With the Pilot.
Yeah.
Jefferson Pilot.
Yeah, no, it was in Greenville.
I want to get
South of that game. I can tell you. I can even tell you from watching highlights of it on the Steve Logan show, which is all I've ever saw. That I don't know who was the color analyst, but I know, or excuse me, I don't know who the play-by-play was for that game. But our homie who used to do our local games with Jeff Charles on TV, Cliff Stout was the color analyst for that game for Fox Sports South. I know that much. But I'd love it. Maybe I should get. You know what? Cliff Stout. I wonder if I can get up with Cliff Stout, and if he would have perhaps kept copies of games he called, because that would have, at that time, that wasn't a local game. That was a network game for him. If that, that was, he didn't do many of those. If that would have been something he might have.
Hey, it's worth a try. In today's modern technology, it's easier to reach people, for sure. It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easier to reach people, Alan, unless you're Gus Hill.
Hey, Kyle, Hey, Kyle, let me do my Stevie. Hey, Kyle, have you reached out to ECU? I bet they have a copy.
Oh, making fun of the accent now, huh, Dave?
Oh, man.
Let's hear your Stevie again, Dave.
No, I love Stevie. I was just trying to hear.
I want to hear it again, Dave. Let's do that again. Let's hear it again.
No, I'm not doing
it. Dave.
He said, "Hey, Kyle, have you ever thought about contacting ECU?"
That's what y'all think Stevie sounds like?
I'm joking.
I was doing Dave.
I cannot believe y'all think that's what Stevie sounds like.
I know, Kyle. You never think I sound like that, do you?
Stevie sounds more like this. Hey, you guys, I have Mother's Bell. I thank you. And I'm over here in Alaska, North Carolina.
Have
I like to see that football.
Boomhauer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to put on my fake northern accent in a minute.
Nah, we love your voice, Stevie. I was more exaggerating.
No, I'm through with it. I'm not saying anything. I'm muting myself for the rest of the night, guys.
You do it.
He's not going to say anything for at least 30 seconds now. He's upset.
No, Stevie.
I have a question for Stevie. Hey, Stevie.
What do we got?
No.
Yeah, we were friends. You're right, Bubba.
Stevie, we're friends.
Stevie, do you know anybody that's like lived in Alaska their whole life and has no accent? I found people like in Halifax that don't have an accent at all, but like people that live a few doors down from them sound like you.
Everybody I hear, it sounds like me. So, I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
There is something very distinct about Northeastern North Carolina accents. And I can look at a girl, and Mallory, and this is not an insult at all, she's a very pretty girl. Mallory looks like she's from Northeastern North Carolina. His daughter. There's blonde hair. There's a certain look that girls from Northeastern North Carolina have.
It's a favorable look, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Correct. It's complimentary. I know it when I see it, but I can't describe it.
Well, you think about how different the accents are, seriously, from someone that lives in Pitt County versus like Wayne County. And seriously, the accent is hugely different.
There's even a difference between people in Pitt County versus people that live in Greenville.
Yeah.
You mean out in the county?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Dave, didn't you grow up in Martin County?
Yes,
he grew up in Durham.
Okay, that's why he has no accent. Okay.
He has an accent probably also because he tried to talk himself out of it from being on radio.
Yeah.
Did you ever have an accent, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, Alan has some tapes of mine, but I told him
Dave's always had that nice bassy voice, but like everybody that has a great voice, and I don't have a great voice, you have to learn how to use it properly. So when you're talking among yourselves with your buddies, you're lazy lipped and you're just, being casual. But when you broadcast, you try to just make sure you don't fake it but you try to speak distinctly and make sure you're not lazy lipped. Now there's some disc jockeys that do this, and it's
radio.
I can't stand it. They're called pukers, right?
Yeah. We call them pukers.
Yeah, they're horrible.
But there's some guys that do it all the time, and it's like this.
Gus Johnson was originally a puker, but then it became his thing, and he's actually was entertaining. Other ones, I can't handle it.
Is Stevie really not going to talk now?
I guess that answers that question.
Oh man,
Stevie,
come
love
back,
you, man.
Stevie. Come back, Shane. Shane, come back.
Stevie.
Oh, he's on mute. Oh my God, he's mute.
He's
And I wonder now if he's having audio difficulties.
He's trying to talk to us.
No, he's actually, as you can see, for people watching, he's actually in the control room, and he doesn't have issues like me.
What?
Well,
what?
I didn't do
there
it.
Stevie's back. Stevie, is your protest over?
I was imitating Dave, imitating Stevie.
Well, I was told I won't go talk for at least 30 seconds. So I'm
Dave said you don't have issues like him.
Now he's back.
No, I don't have issues like Dave. That's for sure. I mean, but I don't have issues in my studio.
Hey, Alan.
Yes, sir.
I was telling Kyle about a guy on Sirius XM NASCAR, but I couldn't pull his name. But it's coming to me now, and I know you listen. I'll tell you who bothers me is Dave Moody. He can't possibly speak like that all the time.
Dave's got this going on all the time. Turn 3 here at Pocono, and
I can't. Yeah, it's so phony. What's Bubba saying?
Pack the purple in 2027 spring game.
Yep.
Pack the purple.
He said there would be at least 10,000 or so, I guess, and we could get a good atmosphere with the purple gold back and forth like a game day. Bubba, you talking about like for the fans to wear purple, or maybe purple?
There better be some, something else attracting the fans other than
Pack the purple. Pack the purple.
Oh.
Purple chairback seats. Pack the chairback seats. Okay, fill up the chairback seats.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I got it now. But what's the motivation to get them there? I know what it is. It's going to be meet the Pirates afterwards.
Yep.
You get to meet Kyle.
Well, if you want to.
But he won't be there, so
I hope. Well, I hope I'm still around next year. We'll see.
That needs to be an all-day event, culminating with a baseball game.
I agree.
That's a long day, let me tell you, Alan.
Yeah,
I wasn't there yesterday because I think spring games are useless. It's a waste of time. You don't know what you're seeing. And I was out late Friday night and had things to do tomorrow night. Last night. So I wasn't there. No, I wasn't. But perhaps next year I will be.
Well, I'll tell you what. I did not go to Justin's suite because I didn't see any evidence of any naked ladies up there or bourbon flowing or anything. I didn't go up there.
If you don't have naked ladies or bourbons, then there's no need to go to a suite.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to head up there.
Oh, here's a good question. Did they sell alcohol at the spring game, Johnny? That's what Josh Thomas wants to know.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely saw people drinking. 100%, Josh.
Wow.
The price is the same as the regular season, I wonder.
Oh, yeah, like
12
they had something.
They had $1 draft beer for Alan Vick.
If nickel 9 at the elbow room, man.
Josh, I think a few people had like smuggled in some 16-ounce those metal pints of Michelob Ultra and just came in, and then start drinking them like they bought them. I think that happened. I think a few people did that.
Wow, I should have just had water.
Now we've seen that happen before in baseball. People do that at baseball sometimes.
Yeah. Not to mention yesterday was hot and 93 degrees and drinking alcohol.
And Mick Ultra is pretty much water. Beer drinkers agree. Mick Ultra tastes more like water than water.
If you watch the show, what's the name of that show? I bring it up. I don't know the name of it. With Billy Bob Thornton and the oil. Landman. Yeah, he made a comment like that. That he's a recovering, so he doesn't drink anymore. He just has Mick Lights because there's no alcohol in them.
Mick Ultra.
Mick Ultra.
Yeah. And it goes down easy when it's hot. Like last night, it was still warm when we got the Tracy Bird show, and I got 2 blood orange ciders. So I didn't even feel like beer. So yeah, sometimes you want something to go down. It goes down easy when it's hot, and a Mick Ultra or Natty Light is my go-to when it's hot and I want a beer.
Oh, Kyle, I can't do when it's hot out. Cider will give me a upset stomach big time, and I have an iron stomach, but
dude, they called it a cider. I don't. It was like a orange. It was certainly more had a beer flavor, so it certainly wasn't a seltzer. But
okay.
I don't know if it was truly a cider. It was in a can, but it was tasty. Went down easy.
Hey, Dave and Alan, when do the concerts under Dowdy Ficklin start?
I believe it's the 30th.
No, end of April. End of April, right?
Yeah, I think it's that last Thursday in April. I think it's the Embers is the first one, I believe.
You're correct.
Okay. Kyle, when you go to those concerts, you see a lot of people getting the Bold Rock Imperial ciders, which is like 8% because that's the most bang for your buck, I guess. But
and they're ECU sponsors.
I wonder if that was what I was having last night. Did they do a blood orange?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That may be what I had last night. Actually, I drank two of them.
Yep. Because you hear those spots a lot during baseball and football.
Yeah, I think that's what I had. They're pretty tasty. They go down easy.
Yeah. 8% alcohol. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, man. Not for an old man like me.
It is for me.
Wildfire.
Wow, I had to explain why we called you Wildfire to somebody last night, Justin.
Wildfire.
There's several reasons.
He's very upset because there was no Colt Floyd.
Colt Floyd. You should have came anyway, Justin. Tracy Bird was great. You would have enjoyed it.
Well, I think he went home and did the watermelon crawl anyway.
He's the first Colt Ford snob I've ever met. I'm gonna be honest.
He's laughing at us.
You should have came, man. It was a good time. You should have came and enjoyed the music. Good time at Granger Stadium. You were on the field. I can't imagine buying a ticket to sit in the stands. It literally makes no sense to me. If you're going to go, buy a ticket for the field.
There you had Justin. We definitely need to go to the Warbirds Wildfire, and we of course need to go to the
Bird Dogs. Man, the young lady who's their PR person is going to be Rachel. Cannot think of her last name. She'll be with us next Sunday night, guys. If she doesn't see this episode,
her name is. I know her name. Her name is Rachel. Rachel.
Lanscombe? Is it Lanscombe?
Lindstrom.
Yeah,
Rachel Lindstrom.
Yeah, very nice young lady. Spoke with her Friday, and she's going to be on with us Sunday, 8 o'clock. We're going to talk a little Bird Dogs baseball again if she doesn't listen to this and change her mind. So looking forward to having her on and talk some Bird Dogs. And we'll get somebody on and talk Warbirds later on. But, good to have minor league baseball here in the East at the single A level and the partner league level. And looking forward to supporting them both.
Yep. Yeah, we're spoiled. We're spoiled to have good minor league baseball as close as we do. That's not everybody has that.
Yep.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
Hey,
and we'll all behave ourselves when Rachel comes on. I promise. Or at least I will. I can't speak for you guys.
They're gonna have.
That's something different though.
No,
that's different.
What?
That's not the same as like one of the. It's not. They're also going to be in part of the concert series under the stadium, correct?
No. What they're doing is they're going to have the stage like they normally do, and then everybody will be there.
There's an area between Town Bank Tower and what?
I know. You know what? And they were using that to the fullest this weekend. I saw like families having picnics and people throwing the ball around in there. It's a great spot. It's a great space.
If we have rain, they'll go under the stadium like they did for Greggy and the Jets. If the weather is it's wet, they'll go under.
Oh, okay. Now I got you. Yeah. That's better. That's much better.
Who in the hell is with the Embers at this point? I mean,
Craig Woolard.
Craig Woolard, one of the originals, is there. Jeff Grimes, who was a fairly original, is there. Bobby Tomlinson still makes appearances. So I mean, it's just good. It is what it is. Going to see the Embers, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be good, fun. Whatever. It's not going to be, it's not going to be nothing you hadn't seen before, but it's enjoyable.
Hello, Irving. It was nice to meet him on the first base side. In fact, I was talking to Bubba, and there was Irving. So Irving, thank you so much for saying hello, because I don't know what you guys look like, so you know what I look like. So thank you for coming out there. He's asking about bizarre format.
And look, and just because you know what Dave looks like, do not let that stop you from coming up and saying, hey.
It was a bizarre format, Irving. I agree with you. Not maybe bizarre, but different, unusual.
Well, I mean,
Dave's a ladies' man. That women beat on his door, and eventually he lets them out. So.
He does.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I saw the weirdest. I was on TikTok today. Speaking of beating on somebody's door, I was that's what made me think of it. Otherwise, you guys are going to wonder why it made me think of it. I was scrolling through TikTok today, and I saw a clip come up from Different Strokes. And I'm going to tell you what, they had the weirdest. Everybody knows the famous Bicycle Man episode from Different Strokes. I know, I would think so anyway. Everybody knows what I'm referring to?
Yep.
Okay. Stevie, I know we've talked about the Bicycle Man episode.
Yep.
All right. There's another episode where, what's the sister's name?
You talking about the kidnapper?
Kimberly.
Yes!
Kimberly
is kidnapped. And then
you know what,
Arnold,
Kyle, I saw that on TikTok a few months ago, and I don't have any recollection of that at all.
I don't either. And I'm like, why did they do this episode?
You have to have, I think it's in their contracts with all these little comedy ones back then. They had to have at least one special episode every year.
But it's
and they ran out of things to do special about, so they had to do a kidnapper.
They had Nancy Reagan on Just Say No.
But my point is, just looking back at it, it was done so tacky. Kimberly's is sitting there being like about to be raped by this guy, and he's tying her up with. Well, I'm just telling you, I'm not making light of anything. This is what happens in the episode, and they're using duct tape and they're taping her up, and then he goes to duct tape. In Arnold's
this is Different Strokes?
Yes. Arnold's cracking jokes. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
I know it was really weird.
This is bizarre. Talk about bizarre,
find the clip
Irving.
and send it to all y'all. It is.
I wonder, Kyle, how much longer it lasted after that.
I don't know. It was a very.
That was late. That was late in the run for him.
Yeah, and there's the Bicycle Man. Quite frankly, the Bicycle Man episode, while it was, as a kid, it made you aware of things that maybe you needed to be aware of in the 80s. Things like that were just starting to be discussed. But there's some weird things in that episode. It's just
Dudley's dad, for one.
Yeah. Well, how about when Mr. The old man,
Mr. Drummond,
when he's explaining, I don't even want to get into that. You remember when he's explaining about what I don't, certain words you just don't even want to say. But
hey, Win.
Stevie, do you know what I'm talking about when he explains?
Yeah, he explains it at the end. Yeah,
and like he says something so weird. And it's just.
Here's my thing too. And I know we're like, this is the Different Strokes.
Well, I mean, we've talked about college, we've talked about baseball and football. This is BS.
When Dudley's dad came over to Mr. Drummond, and he's talking about, well, yeah. I mean, he's just like roundabout, just saying, yeah. Dudley told me he drank wine over here yesterday. I mean, it's not like he's confronting him about it. He's just like mentioning a conversation. Yeah, Dudley told me you drank wine over here yesterday.
Well, the line that I remember from the old man, what the hell's his name again, Mr. Drummond? He goes something like, well, in a strange way, they do love children. And I'm like, what?
What are you doing, Mr. Drummond? What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember that line too, Stevie?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Do you guys remember A-Win? Because we have a super chat I'm trying to get to.
How much you give us, A-Win?
$3.33.
That's less than gas prices right now, but thank you so much.
$3.33. Why specifically $3.33?
That's a good question.
I appreciate it.
It's better than $2.22.
Yeah, but why specifically $3.33?
We're not upset about it.
No, I'm just curious.
I have an idea, Kyle. I have an idea.
Yeah, it is a good batting average.
Because he's halfway evil. I don't.
Here's my. My idea is because he's pumped. He's all worked up because ECU basketball has signed a couple of 3-point shooters
I do
out of
like
the transfer
basketball signings
portal,
on paper, just by what they average.
and he's ready to go, man. He's ready to see some threes.
Robert,
it wasn't drinks; it was caffeine pills. They didn't
He
have
gives caffeine pills,
energy drinks back then.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I forgot about that episode.
I'm so scared.
What kind of rehab she go to? I mean, she didn't stay there long. She was
as a punishment. She had to make Showgirls.
She was great in Showgirls. I love Elizabeth Berkley. She's got a great personality.
Do you watch your language there, Mr. Vic?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Jesse guy.
Jesse Spano.
Well, I was a Kelly. Look, Tiffany Amber Thiessen was gorgeous back then.
Kelly
but in terms of
good Lord,
exactly. But in terms of personality as adults, if you see both of them in an interview, you know which one you'd rather go out with. I'm sorry, but
especially after Showgirls.
Well, Elizabeth Berkley's just way more down to earth.
Yeah, Kelly, I think it's more shy. It seems to be more shy. I don't know.
No, she's stuck up. Tiffany Amber Thiessen just seems stuck up to me.
And then Lark Voorhees, she did some soap operas.
She did.
Bold and Beautiful.
Bold and Beautiful, I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And poor Screech, he had a rough life.
Oh my God. Yeah.
R.I.P. to Dustin Diamond.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I loved Screech.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, y'all ever wonder what happened to all these, like the episode with Jesse's stepbrother, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared? You never saw him again.
You know why he did?
Why?
Because Zach Morris is trash.
Well, he must have got rid of it.
I don't know if you ever watched that YouTube series.
Yeah, I have.
No.
There's
several other ones that just disappeared too.
What about Kelly? What about Kelly's little sister that Zach went out with for one date?
Yeah, and Corey Spelling.
Kelly Kapowski?
Kelly's little sister.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Alan, do you remember when Richie Cunningham had an older brother named Chuck, and then he was just
he disappeared
after the season. Yeah.
And
they
then
never mentioned Chuck again after the first season. He was never mentioned again.
He went up the stairs and never came back.
Yeah, he went off to college, and whatever happened to Chuck, but he was never mentioned again.
Same with the little sister on Family Matters.
I knew that was coming.
Well, don't mention about the things are coming with the little sister from.
Oh gosh.
Family Matters. Well, later on she made adult films, but why they just wrote her off of Family Matters just out of the blue, I have no idea.
Dave and I were talking about Alyssa Milano yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
I don't know. I was making some very bad jokes, and somehow Alyssa Milano's name came up, and Dave's eyes lit up like Christmas time when I mentioned it.
She was and there's another person I think Stevie and I have in common with as far as teenage crushes. Or you like in the
Donnie Wahlberg? Yeah, you both have that in common. You're right. Oh,
don't you, Stevie? Don't you like Debbie Gibson?
Oh yeah.
See, I knew I liked you, Stevie. I knew I was right on that.
Yeah. Alyssa Milano, it was not Donnie Wahlberg.
No,
that was yours, Kyle. You wanted
No.
No.
Tiffany.
Oh yeah, that's right. You like Jordan.
Tiffany. Yeah, you're right. I did. I was a big Jordan Knight fan. Tiffany was.
Could have been so beautiful. It could have been so right, Kyle.
It was a foolish beat.
Yeah, I love Debbie. I saw Debbie Gibson in concert at King's Dominion in July of '88. I was 15 years old, and I'm proud of that. I do not have any regrets.
Oh, she's very talented.
She was awesome.
Very talented. She was better than Tiffany.
She was not.
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was.
She was not.
I just read her book, so.
Oh my God, Stevie.
Yep. I'm that much of a fan. Oh, AWM. He's moved up a penny.
334?
Free Brittany.
Right.
Britney Spears.
Free Britney. Free Britney. Britney.
I'm sure she's watching right now, making one of her Instagram videos.
Hey, speaking of that, a lot of people are comparing Liv Morgan's intro to Britney Spears.
Definitely.
Dave, did you see that?
No, what was it?
Liv Morgan's intro is fantastic. I think it's the greatest female interest in wrestling history. I loved it. Stevie, what were your overall thoughts on it?
Wow. She did. Yeah, I did like it.
Dude, it was good. I'm being genuine on this. And obviously,
I am too. I mean, I really, because, I mean,
it
people
fits
are upset
her. She
about
did it well. It fits her
Yeah.
character. It fits her personality. She did it well. I mean, it is believable that she is that girl. And I loved it. Was it controversial? Yes. Is there some parents that probably covered their children's eyes or watching WrestleMania that saw that? Yes. But I thought it was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, she did a good job with it.
She did. And she's now past AJ Lee for my favorite female wrestler.
Yeah, what do you think about Paige coming back?
I like Paige. She in AEW it didn't work. I'm glad she's been medically cleared by WWE. Yeah, I'm a 5-year-old. I'm glad
Jerry
she's been
Jewell over here.
Yeah, I'm glad she's been medically cleared by WWE. That's the biggest. Oh, Jesus Christ, Stevie. That's probably the biggest part of that is that means she was medically cleared by WWE. So good for her. Glad to see Paige back.
What is she, 35 or so? So she's got a few good years.
Yeah, and she took a few years off from the ring, and when she was in AEW, she didn't work much. So yeah,
You had to take a few years off. I don't know how much you'll see her in the ring. I mean, I know they won the tag belts and everything, but I don't know how much you'll see her actually taking a lot of bumps. And she didn't take many last night either, if you noticed that. But with that neck injury, that's nothing to play around with. And I don't see her taking a whole lot of bumps in the ring anymore.
You see where Van Hammer died?
Yeah.
Yep. Rest in peace, Van Hammer.
Yeah.
The guy that was going to save the company of WCW.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Van Hammer and that horrible gimmick he had.
Yeah, terrible.
The Ultimate Warrior with a guitar.
Well,
R.I.P. to him though.
Terrible.
There were some people online today who were just singing his praises, and I was like,
I'll tell you one that a former wrestler that was really close to him, Mark Mara, who was Johnny B. Bad.
Yep.
They came up through the power plant together, and they were close. Yes, the Brock Lesnar retirement is real, Robert.
It is real, Robert.
Yeah, it is real. Let's say this: it is being presented as real. Now, whether Brock's going to stick to it or not, I don't know. But I can tell you, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett had no idea that was going to happen. So I don't know if Brock had let anybody know. Maybe Heyman.
I think Heyman probably knew. I figured it was coming because SummerSlam is going to be in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I figured that's when it was coming.
I figured Gunther would retire him at SummerSlam.
Maybe Brock was like, hell no, you ain't doing that.
Yep.
Let this other guy do it.
Yeah, by the way, this past Friday was Roddy Piper's birthday.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hot Rod, R.I.P. to him.
Yeah, he'd have been 65, I believe.
What up?
What are you doing here? Delivering a pizza?
No, not 65. Roddy would have been 75 or 76.
I don't get your joke, Stevie.
You don't remember when I told you about the Piper's Pit with that guy, the Italian guy?
Yeah, Frankie Williams.
Yeah, he come in the ring and Piper said, "What are you doing here, delivering a pizza?"
Yeah, what he said was, "You're a terrible wrestler. Maybe you should be delivering pizzas." Remember that? And then he goes on to beat Frankie up. And
for whatever reason, of all the Piper moments, I do not remember that moment.
Yeah, that's one of the Frankie Williams Piper's Pit. Probably in the top 5 most famous Piper's Pit.
He got so much heat from that arena after that, because that was like, I want to say that was his hometown, that guy's hometown or something.
How the hell do I not know this?
I don't know.
We talked about it. You got no room for nobody, but you're a lousy wrestler, and maybe you should be delivering pizzas and whatever. And then Frank Williams.
I think I have seen this.
Yeah.
Just a job guy.
Yeah, and then Frank Williams tries to come back, and Piper just beats the tar out of him. And then he comes back again, and Piper beats the tar out of him. And that's you don't throw rocks at a man that's got a machine gun. Came from that episode.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys? I see a lot of like videos and reels from the Honky Tonk Man. Do you guys like him or not?
Love him.
I think Honky was great on the mic. I think he was a great gimmick. I think he's a great heel. His work, as his work, but he's a gimmick. He is a gimmick heel, and he's great working that gimmick.
Baby face, that's for sure.
No, and he's great at working that gimmick. Now Wayne Ferris was over in Memphis as Wayne Ferris.
Right.
The Memphis concessions. Yeah, the Bomb Bombers and the Memphis concession stand. Or
Yep.
the Tupelo concession stand brawl.
Yep.
So,
my favorite Honky Tonk Man moment was when somebody said, "You're imitating Elvis," and he went, "Who?"
When I think of Honky, the first moment that comes to mind to me is WrestleMania, or excuse me, SummerSlam '88.
Oh God, yes! I'm so glad you said that.
Give me somebody out here to wrestle. I don't care who it is. And
that's not the one I'm talking about. Though. It's the next year, it's SummerSlam '89 when he fought Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty Rhodes got the guitar from him. They were going to hit him with the guitar. Dusty Rhodes hit him with the guitar, and after it was over with, Honky Tonk Man was outside the ring after he got pinned, and he was out. He was out like he was out of it. He said, "They said, how are you, Honky Tonk?" He said, "I don't know. Me and Scylla, we get ready to get on to Lisa Marie."
I just lost my train of thought. I had a point I was going to make, and it just totally left my brain.
Oh, darn it. It was going to be good too.
Maybe. I don't know, JR. I don't know if that's genuine or not. I'll be honest with you.
You just broke JR's heart, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Sarah's being genuine or not. To be honest with you. I cannot remember what the hell it was now. What we
WrestleMania, Honky Tonk.
Honky Tonk, heel.
Bring me somebody out here.
Somebody to wrestle, Honky,
Lisa
Dusty.
Marie.
It is completely gone. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Roman Reigns already hinting at a match with Obafemi this summer.
Too fast. Cool.
Yes, I agree.
Cool the jets on Oba. People, you're going to push it too fast.
You were talking about in SummerSlam 87 or
88.
Like, bring me out, hit somebody to wrestle. Was it something? And then we kind of interrupted you.
I have no idea. That was the Warrior that came out. I mean, that was the moment. But there was something. There was something that Stevie was saying that made me think of something else, and it's totally gone. I don't know what it was. It is completely left.
That's the only time he's listened to anything I've ever said and remember.
Yeah, Stevie gets mad at me because I don't remember every little thing he tells me.
No, when we just talked about it like a day or two before, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, you don't listen to a damn thing I tell you, do you?
Look, dude, I forget things I'm trying to think of myself. I can't help it. Forget what I'm literally going to say, and it's just gone. I
can't help it.
Not my fault.
All right,
it's not my fault.
You guys want to get out of here?
I did want to. I wasn't joking earlier. I was trying to say I'm happy that basketball has made a couple of moves that.
That was a good point there. I actually the two kids that we picked up, the Charleston Southern kid and then
the kid. It's a D school. I think California, Pennsylvania, or is it Indiana, Pennsylvania? I think it's California, Pennsylvania. Yeah, both of them are great 3-point shooters. The D2 kid's a point guard, very rangy, like 6'3", 175, but. I had to watch some of his videos and hype videos. He's got game. I mean, we'll see what happens when it gets to the American Conference. But I
Wasn't there
like
a
what I
third
saw.
pickup? Was there just two? I seemed like there was another D1
Two
player.
that I know of.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's probably more, Kyle. These are the only two that this one I actually saw off of Pirate Radio, the kid from Charleston Southern. And, we played them a couple of years ago. Well, last season, and he dropped 23 points and 12 rebounds on us. So
Can't beat them, join them.
yeah.
It's
a good start. It's a good start. I will retract some of my negative statements about Pirate basketball until we see what, maybe they're going to put something together that'll be exciting. I don't know.
They got 6 months to get it done.
Yep.
And basically.
Yep. And it comes down to put money in basketball, invest in basketball, and you can win.
I agree, Dave. It doesn't take a lot. Dusty May will show you that.
Okay, we picked up a Kent State. Transfer point guard. That's the other kid I was thinking of. So the transfer point guard.
We got 2 point guards. Okay, well that's good because we don't have any.
He broke the Kent State record for assists with 212 during the 2025-2026 season. He averaged 6.4 dimes per game. In addition, he scored 10.5 per game. So he's an assist. He's really good at distributing the ball.
Okay, but Kent State, that's not a bad. That's good competition he's playing against.
The MAC.
Yeah, no, but I mean they played Kent State had a pretty good schedule, so yeah, that's encouraging.
So there you go.
Awesome. Might have to order some season tickets, Dave.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of product we put on the court. More so the field before that, but
well, we all know if we're sitting here a year from now, I know we got to go, but real quickly, as we sit here, April the 19th, if we're still doing this podcast, hopefully we are in 2027. Is Mike Schwartz the basketball coach a year from now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, they have to finish top 4 in the American, I would think, and have at least a 19 or 21 season, in my opinion.
Make the conference tournament for sure.
Oh, well, without
tournament.
Yeah.
For me, is
my point.
NIT or bust.
NCAA. I mean, we got to have just like with
if we make the NIT, we're not going to fire him.
No. I know. I'm just saying from my perspective is we don't in basketball. We have no expectations, and we have no culture. We have no tradition. So why not? What do we have to lose? Why not say we're going to the big dance, baby? We're going to win a conference championship. That's where we should be aiming for. Because
I agree, Dave. I agree.
Yeah.
Because
I agree, but the question was, will he still be the coach? And I was saying, for me, I want to see us get to the NIT, or at least if we don't get to the NIT, we're pissed off that we didn't get in because we think we should have been.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to take, I think, 18 wins minimum to get that done.
There you go, so 19 or 20, and
and because we don't, and because we don't have the tradition, it's probably going to be leaning towards a 20-win season to even have a shot.
It's going to depend on the non-conference schedule too. Want that whatever the hell they call the RPI in baseball or basketball now. The net, yeah. So
Josh Thomas is not a fan. He said he's been saying he needs to go for 2 years. So
yeah, I almost had to restrain Josh from Mike Schwartz. Dave. Mike Schwartz speaks to the up in the pregame meal.
Yeah.
I had to talk Josh out of.
He was going to go talk to him.
Well, he might have some counterpoints to Mike's statements, and I had to
just let him go next time.
It would have been entertaining, Kyle. You're right about
that. Poor Mike's having his mashed potatoes, minding his own business, and here comes Josh.
You can't shoot a 3-pointer.
Mike, can I have a moment of your time, please, sir? Can we talk about the zone defense? Well, I'll pass the butter, please. Okay, there you go.
The poor man. That's why I don't want to be coaching, and especially the D1 level.
And Alan is right. One thing about Coach Schwartz, he is an awfully nice man. Like he's a good dude. Seems like.
I'm pulling for him. I like Mike. I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for him. That's all I can say.
I know.
We
all are, Alan. We all are.
Yeah.
Everybody always says that about a coach. Oh, he's a nice guy, though. He's a good. Well, I mean, I don't.
Well, Will Wade.
You're right, Kyle. You read into that because I criticized his coaching abilities, but he's a nice guy. But yeah.
Will Wade's not a nice guy. Mike Schwartz.
No.
Oh my God, that's not. That's like night and day. No. There's.
Right now LSU does not have a player. So, I mean, they'll get players, obviously, but right now, as we sit here tonight, LSU has not one player on their roster right now.
But
for what, men's basketball?
Right.
Wow.
People used
that'll change. That'll change because they got
there you
money.
go. So was John Thompson. So was Scotty Montgomery. They were all nice guys.
John Thompson.
Just nice guys.
So was Westmore.
With that chewing on that towel.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't know how people make these hires. I mean, if you can't talk to John Thompson or Scotty Montgomery in an interview process and realize they're not going to be good head coaches, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. A-Win's calling me out because he's true. He's right. That's what I was trying to say. Mike Schwartz is a nice guy, but I don't, I'm not impressed with as a coach. I'm just, not impressed yet, but I'm rooting for him.
I knew when Scotty Montgomery did his very first press conference. Well, first of all, I knew when we made the hire, it was about hire, just based on who he hired and his success. And then when I heard his first press conference, I said, well, this has got about as much chance of working as Pirate Nation. You are the real deal. Oh, my God, I threw up in my mouth.
Hey, do you remember? It was funny when we had Terry Gallagher on, our good friend, and we got to get him back on. Terry said, think about it like this. He said, when Leo Jenkins, the AD at the time, he was the chancellor at the time, but the AD and Leo Jenkins went down and they got Pat Dye, and we went to a basketball school at Duke and got Scotty Montgomery.
And the thing is, Scotty Montgomery's a good pro coach. I mean, he's done very well. He's done very well in the pros.
Yeah. And I actually broke the news to Kyle that Scotty Montgomery was fired. I'll never forget that.
It was a great day. That was a great day entirely, just as a whole. I remember when you
thought Kyle thought I was joking at first.
Yeah, I remember what I was doing when you called me, and I called you. You remember too. Well, we won't talk about that on there. Yeah. And so it's a great day. It's a great day overall.
I was literally eating a salad at O'Cool's when the story broke, and I called Kyle. Kyle thought I was pranking him because he and I had had a conversation a day or two before. Why aren't we hiring Mike Houston? They hired him at Charlotte. And so that's why they fired him.
It was the day before.
Yeah, the day before. And we were all upset. And so I said, hey, Montgomery's fired. He's gone. He said, are you? I can't say the word. And I was like, I'm really serious. They just fired him. Like, I'm calling you because it just came across. They let him go. And I remember like Dave Hart went out in the practice field and they told him out there, and Dave Hart said he was crying. He had tears in his eyes that Dave Hart did, to tell Scotty. But
I want to know if Dave Hart has ever got finished with that deep dive.
He's still working on it. It's such a deep dive. He's still working on it, Kyle. He's got
to get a scuba gear. You sound like you are underwater right now, Dave, as a matter of fact. But I don't know if he does to anybody else, but to me, I don't know if you do. Is anybody else hearing that with Dave's audio?
No, he sounds fine to me.
Okay, yeah, I don't hear it.
Okay, it's just my end then. My end's I wasn't live when everybody else said they were, so I don't know what's going on my end. But yeah, the Dave Hart thing was, I lost all. Well, I won't say all respect. I lost a ton of respect for Dave Hart during that whole situation, and
he took $600,000 that I don't care that it was private money. That could have been going to our university.
Well, it's just. I mean, you can look and say, well, he things have settled down since then, and he's responsible for good or bad for John Gilbert being here and Mike Houston. Well, Mike Houston just didn't adapt to the changing world of college football very well, but the things he had in place were good, and I think Blake, he set us up for the success Blake is having, and so the Mike Houston thing wasn't all bad. Blake wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for Mike, and Mike had a couple good years.
Right.
And not only that, but something, you're spot on, Kyle. What it is that Blake Harrell has. I like Mike Houston and I got along, so it wasn't about that, but Blake knows how to read the room. He knows how to get more out of the players than Mike did. And it was mainly because Mike Houston was a guy that he was coaching players from the 1980s or 90s and not players in the current day.
Hell, I mean, just 2016. I mean, it changed so much. Really, I think a good way to look at it is pre-COVID, post-COVID. I think the world of college athletics and the world in general changed. I think that was done intentionally as a huge reset. And for the entire world, and that includes college athletics. And I think if you look at the NIL portal era and just the attitude of kids, it's just so much has changed, just since 2020. And Blake Harrell is a much better fit for this environment. And when you hear Blake say things like, "I don't like the way things are. It's not my responsibility to fix it. It's not my responsibility. My responsibility to manage it and figure out how to win, in this environment with the ever-changing landscape of college football." And one thing I've learned about Blake is, and I think we'll find out more this year, this is all his team. This is all him. This is 100% all his baby at this point. But I think one thing we're learning about Blake is we all knew he was a good motivator. And we all knew he was a likable guy. But I think what we're finding out is Blake is actually really smart.
Yeah, and Blake also knows it's going to continue to change.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to continue to change. 5 years from now will be unrecognizable what we're seeing today.
Yeah, I hope it goes back more towards where we were. But
I hope so, too.
You remember, Alan, we were at Greggy and the Jets, and he spent time with us.
Blake's just, we all the adjectives and whatever. Hey, let's put it this way. He's a super guy. He's very personable. And as long as he's winning, that's going to be great. But if he stumbles at all or hiccups at all, people could care less what a wonderful human being he is.
I disagree with you.
They will turn on you in a hurry, is what I'm saying.
I disagree with you to a point because I'm one of those people. And I think Blake is so genuine. If we go 5-7 this year, he'll get a pass from me. I'll expect him to get it fixed for the following year.
Yeah, but I think he's a great dude. I really do. But people are so fickle, is what I'm saying. Not you specifically, Kyle. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
But there's to a point. You're paid to win. If he has to lose the season this year, nobody should be calling for his head. But the following year, he needs to get turned around. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that.
And Kyle, he's a super fan of Ward Davis. So,
well, he's also, how you can tell he's a genuine guy because of the way his handshake is just genuine.
And he looks you in the eye.
Boy, if anybody can tell you about his handshake, it's me, JR.
Yep, the one that lasts forever.
I don't know, was that a setup or was that?
It was a setup, Kyle.
I thought so.
Truthfully, Blake does something a lot of people don't do. When he sees you, he looks you directly in the eye.
True, Alan.
He does. He looks you right in the eye.
Yeah.
Robert.
Robert sent me a picture yesterday of his son shaking Blake's hand.
And that still didn't last as long as the picture goes forever. Still didn't last as long as the actual handshake Kyle had.
We were actually filming a scene for a remake of Hold Your Hand by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah. Well, what we need is a picture of Kyle and Blake in the handshake and an hourglass in the picture.
See how long Oh, he loves 5 minutes from Josh. All right.
There you go.
I did not know that.
Hold my hand.
That is definitely one of the best records of the '90s for sure.
Cracked rear view.
Correct review. Yep, great album.
First time I heard it, I was like, "That's different," but he mumbles a lot. And I love Darius Rucker, but you gotta admit those Hootie vocals, he does mumble. Oh, little whore, or you understand?
More like Elvis.
I don't.
Elvis.
but
you know, starts with a P.
Darius sings more clearly now, in my opinion. Since he started doing the country thing, he enunciates more. And I loved Hootie, but he did have that little Elvis mumble to him, I thought. Will you hold my hand?
Coaching equals Dale Carnegie says a win in Florida in the FLA.
Who the hell's Dale Carnegie?
He's a public speaker, motivator.
Motivator?
No, Dale Carnegie was a personal motivator and taught you how to stand and speak, public speaking. People used to take the Dale Carnegie course.
Yes.
For public speaking and things like that. Yeah. Ned Jarrett, the racer, who was just an old country boy from North Carolina, took the Dale Carnegie course and became a very famous, racing broadcaster on radio and TV. I mean, that was a very famous course in the 60s, 70s, and 80s of Dale Carnegie.
In the 90s, too, when we were in college. Let Her Cry was the first song that Josh Thomas learned how to play on guitar. I didn't even know you played guitar.
Let her cry.
When the tears fall down like rain.
Oh, now I'm going to have to listen to Hootie again to hear what you're saying. Alan.
He does have that little bit of like he's got marbles in his mouth.
We know
let her go.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know what the reason why Hootie and the Blowfish blew up is because of David Letterman.
The Dolphins made me cry.
David Letterman heard some New York station when he was driving home played the song, and he found out and he told the booker for his show, I want Hootie and the Blowfish on the show. And they went from doing okay in like the regional, like for us, people were buying the albums to where it just, as soon as after they played the David Letterman show, it exploded.
Well, they went from playing the attic to not playing the attic.
Yeah.
pretty quickly there. Yeah.
Good help.
Wasn't he at the Michael Jordan golf tournament that year when they exploded as well? I think he was.
Yeah, he came there a lot, and he has his tournament after the Final Four of the national championship game. He has down in Augusta.
Michael moved that thing to the Bahamas or somewhere, and it was a bust.
Yep.
It never did as well as it did in Greenville.
I used to go watch Neil McCoy every year.
Yes.
Right auditorium.
The right auditorium for
three straight years.
Yeah, he's a great entertainer. I've seen a lot of his concerts and stuff on YouTube. I've always thought he was so underrated, and I've always wanted to see him because
he'll be back in Roanoke Rapids for his Christmas show that's coming December, Dave.
Oh man, we need to go. I would love to see that.
He charted a couple records as Neil McGoy.
Yep, he did.
In like the mid 80s, late 80s.
What was his first top 40 hit that actually broke into the top 40?
I'll have to think about because I'm trying to. It wasn't. Oh hell, Kyle! We've been on for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Give me a second. I swear I'll remember.
No doubt about it was his first number one hit.
No doubt about it.
We're going 4 hours tonight.
I think it peaked at number 17.
We're not Jim Cornette.
Yeah, the first Neil McCoy song I remember hearing on the radio was called "If I Could Build You a Fire."
Well, the one that peaked at number 17 was "Now I Pray for Rain."
Yeah, that was early '93, I believe, somewhere in there.
That sounds right. Yeah. Early '93. Now I Pray for Rain, and a great. I love that song. Actually, it's one of my favorite Neil McCoy songs to this day.
I think my favorite Neil McCoy song is "If I Was a Drinking Man."
Like I used to be. Great song.
Yeah, but Neil McGoy was on a label called 16th Avenue that was out of Nashville, and did nothing. And it was like 3 years later that he signed with Atlantic, and his career took off. So he paid his dues for sure.
Yep,
he did. All I want to be right there.
I'm gonna give you the wink.
That's right. I'll give you the shake.
Yeah.
You give me the wink.
Well,
All right.
no doubt about it.
What about it?
The city put the country back in me.
Well, for a change.
We could go on all night, and we should.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, only if I have my beer goggles on.
Billy.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys.
He's a nice guy. He really is. Neil was a super duper nice guy.
You guys have anything before we get out of here?
They're playing my song on the radio.
Oh God.
Right. Johnny, JR, help me.
Then you can tell me goodbye.
Oh, I should have went with that one, Alan.
Yeah.
Alan for the win with that one. Cut it off there. There you go.
All right, well, yeah, let's take it home. We're going to put a bow on this podcast. We're going to put this podcast to bed. Guys, what a great night. Thank you. Every Saturday, every Sunday night, you can hear us, and you can listen to us anywhere. There's a lot of people following the show. You've liked the show. Thanks again to A-Win. You can always give money to Kyle, the Super Chats, right, Kyle?
Yeah, you always donate to the Super Chats live, and if you ever just feel the need to give, my Cash App is Franklin Kyle Barber. So just hit me up.
There you go. All right.
I will take your money.
Well,
Oh man, Stevie, do you have anything before we get out of here, brother?
Nope. I just appreciate everybody loving my accent tonight.
I have. Yeah, you were the best. I was not making fun of you. So
We were not making fun. I'm serious.
No,
I know.
I was.
Yeah, you
I
were.
was making fun of Dave making fun of you.
I was making fun.
I have a comment. Dave.
I think I pissed Jay. I think I offended Stevie. I think I pissed Jay off early in the show. So I'm sure at some point I pissed Dave off. Alan, I don't think I pissed you off tonight. So
not tonight. No.
But before we go, I just wanted to
Not
say,
tonight.
I just wanted to say you suck balls. So there you go.
all right. Oh man, I'm glad the FCC cannot come after us after the show.
We won't be getting an email from anyone Monday morning about 9:30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been checking my inbox. I haven't seen anything so far, Alan.
JR had to take his anxiety.
Yeah,
pills.
no. My final comment would be Robert Matthews' innocence was never in doubt with me. That was just shtick, I was just going along with it. But I knew Robert was an innocent man.
He is, just like Billy Joel. So
I'm still not sure.
Oh,
I'm wondering myself.
Oh man. Well, especially since I was trying to get a picture of him. If he were innocent, he wouldn't care, right? He was doing like this at the baseball game, trying to hide his face. He was sitting there on the front row as I was walking by, and I said, "I just need one picture to get so I can get my reward." And he didn't appreciate that for some reason. So,
well, you kind of gave it away when you said if I can get my reward.
Yeah, I guess so. I should have said, "Can I have a picture of you, Robert?" That would be weird.
for our social media, Dave. Just you want to take our listeners with you.
Yeah, this is one of our super fans, Robert Matthews. I get it now, Kyle. Okay.
Right.
I didn't think about that angle. All right, guys, we'll get out of here. We'll be back on Thursday night. We'll have a very special guest, one of our very own, Matt Semenza will be breaking down.
Matt the Semenza.
I don't know about special. He's special, but I mean, I don't.
He's very special.
He's very special.
Oh man,
One of the Mulkey brothers.
Yeah, we'll be talking. Oh my gosh, wow. We'll be talking about baseball as we're getting you ready for by then the USF series for the TSO on deck, and we'll be talking about spring ball and get your thoughts. So if you went to the game, let us know. If you didn't, if you have any questions, let us know. Until next time, we'll get out of here. You guys have a great night, and as always, go Pirates.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.